if my voice is up for it. Yeah, a couple games. I could do a couple games. I don't want to cast the best of 5, but yeah, a couple games, no problem. Let's get into it. Let's see. I'm not going to cast them. Right, let's do this. So, couple replays. We're taking a look at some more Ashllxyy versus Dappur games. Actually, well, more Ashllxyy games, I should say, because I've been doing a bunch of that recently. But now, actually a pretty fair ping matchup with Ashllxyy on 92, Dappur just under 80, as Dappur's still a West Coast player. It's fantastic to see Dappur still kicking about the high ranks, and he's still a sub in RLCS. He played for Torrent in a recent tournament. I think did pretty well for himself. Yeah, it's awesome to see Ashllxyy, one of the newest players, the high level 1 scene, up against Dappur, one of the oldest players in the high level 1 scene. I think honestly, for me, Dappur would have to be top 3. Like top 3 historically for NA. What do you guys think about that? I think top 3 is historically for NA is First Killer, probably Lethamyr, and then I'd have to say Dappur, I reckon. Number 3. The dude's got such a rich history. Oh, by the way, for anybody just tuning in, you're wondering, Johnny, what is wrong with your voice? Yeah, sorry, I lost it. If anybody knows where my voice is, do let me know. I have misplaced it, but hopefully it will be back soon, because I'm casting RLCS this weekend. No respect for Lionblaze. I have a lot of respect for Lionblaze, but he's not as successful historically as the 3 players that I mentioned. Kurnovi would be in the conversation as well. Maybe Kurnovi in like top 5, but I think overall Dappur is a better claim to top 3. The only 2 North American players I think you could ever have said had a stint as well, maybe Kurnovi as well. When Rocket League first came out, Kurnovi was the best at 1v1. Straight up, he was just the best player for maybe a month or 2. So he's got a claim to being the best player for a certain stint of time. Lethamyr definitely had a stint where he looked like he could be the best player. I think he beat... I'm pretty sure I did a EU 1v1 tournament on my channel at the same time I did a North American one. Lethamyr won the NA one, and Scrub won the EU one, and then Lethamyr beat Scrub in a show match. Oh, nice shot there by Ashllxyy. Dappur was not expecting that. But yeah, Lethamyr definitely has a claim to being best player in the world for a time. And then Dappur probably went back and forth with Ashllxyy for a bit as being best in the world. Around about the Gold Rush era. It was like Ashllxyy, Dappur, Scrub. So yeah, probably the 3 NA players who have ever had a claim to being best in the world are Kurnovi, Dappur, and Lethamyr. But then First Killer's also achieved greatness in the NA 1 scene. So you have to acknowledge First Killer's greatness, although he's never had a claim to being best in the world, because just at his time that he was dominating, European players were generally at a higher level. The one time that First Killer did play against EU players when he was at his peak, he did lose. So hard to ever say he was the best. But anyway, that's just a little bit of NA player history. Dappur holding his own here against Ashllxyy, but definitely up against it in the pace element of the game. Ashllxyy is such a fast player. He's very, very clean with his recoveries. And I feel like I need to say it just every now and again, because obviously there's going to be new people coming into the Rocket League scene, new people checking out the 1 scene as time goes by. And although most of you will already know, some of you might not, that is that Ashllxyy was born with 1 hand and he plays with 1 hand. So right now, what you're seeing is Ashllxyy using his left hand for the joystick to steer. And then he actually holds the controller between his shoulder and his chin, kind of like a violinist holds a violin, and he presses all the buttons with his chin. It is incredible. What this guy does is one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Just period. But definitely one of the most impressive things in gaming and in Rocket League. The dude's a monster. He's just one of the best ones players, simply. And he does it with 1 hand. Wave dash onto the ceiling here. Oh, that's a great first touch. Look at Ashllxyy with the moves. I love that catch. Such a delicate catch after coming back down to collect the ball for the air dribble. Very, very nicely done. Ash deserves a ton more subs on YouTube. Yeah, I agree. I think Ashllxyy, you should all go follow him on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. And definitely Dappur as well. You know, both these guys are very chill. I'm a big fan of Dappur's late streams. He just throws on like some chill playlist and good vibes. Yeah, Ashllxyy as well, very humble. I think a player with a great future in competitive Rocket League if he can keep grinding. You guys already know I'm a big fan of ones players transition into 3v3 over time, and it'll probably take time for Ashllxyy, just like it has for everybody else, to eventually find that team that he does well with. But I know when he does find that team, and when he finds those players that he loves playing with, it's going to be a good fit for him, because he's a great mentality for the game and he's ridiculously mechanical. I mean, once again, look at this, trying to go for a mind game this time on Dappur. Good save as well. Dappur pushing for the potential of a comeback there. He knows he had to score and then get a kickoff goal to still be in this. Ooh, not a bad try for the consolation goal, but it is going to be game to Ashllxyy. But yeah, overall from this, I think a very respectable showing from Dappur, who deserves just as much credit for being able to be such a competitive player for his entire Rocket League career on high ping. As the Middle East players get, SAM players, a lot of these guys get a lot of credit for being as good as they are on high ping. I think US West players deserve that credit as well. Dappur for his storied career, very successful career in both threes and ones. And these days, first name that comes to mind is Dries. Dries, I think, getting thrown under the bus far too much for by G2 fans, despite being, I think, a good fit for that team and a player with a lot of potential as well to improve. And he's doing it all well on like 80 ping. It's mad. Lion Blaze actually moved to the East Coast for this season, so he is no longer in the West Coast gang. Anyway, got another game between these two. That was really interesting. Pretty even match despite the 3-goal difference. Just small margins. Let's see if Dappur can get a closer one in the next one. I feel like a lot of the North American like bubble scene are just like jealous that Dries is the one who was chosen to play with JNaps. Oh no, what have I done? Oh no. Okay, fix it. Wait. How did I fix that? Usually when that like wheel gets stuck on the screen, I can never get rid of it, but that time I actually got rid of it. Anyway, game 2, Ashllxyy, Dappur. See if Dappur can get a closer one in this affair. Oh, that's a great shot by Ashllxyy to start things off. Dappur definitely regretting giving him that much time to set up with the ceiling shot. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that a lot of the North American players, not even just the North American bubble scene, but like North American scene in general, like anyone who doesn't play for NRG, NB, Space Station Gaming, or isn't named first skiller, probably a little bit jealous of Dries for just being able to play with two of the best players right out the gate as soon as he levels up to 15 in real life. Like, I think that there's way too much criticism about Dries' play compared to what there should be. I think there should be way more praise for what he does, and I think he deserves a lot more time to improve, because he's already, I think, at a very acceptable level. As long as he's motivated and has intentions of moving to the East Coast at some point, or if G2 have intentions of moving into the East Coast so he can get a better connection, I think he's going to be totally fine. Very nice 50-50 by Dappur there. A couple times now that he's been able to just control 50-50s as Ashllxyy tries to charge in and create a disruptive play on the ball. Yeah, I think a lot of jealousy has definitely been an ulterior motive for people overly criticizing Dries. You've got to think as well, the dude's 15 years old, he's got massive shoes to fill. Rizzo, such a popular player, believe in the team. That's not easy. Oh, look at this. Dappur's going to get a 4th goal here. Ashllxyy missing an open net after the kickoff. But yeah, a super difficult spot. I think, you know, G2 fans, just the Rocket League community in general, put an absurd amount of pressure on Drees. It's almost like they want him to fail. And I don't understand why. I want nothing, you know, wish nothing but success for the guy. I think he's a great player and he's got phenomenal potential, and I'm really happy that he's got more time to prove himself at G2. I was going to be really sad if they just like got rid of him after a very, very short time. Ashllxyy not interested in the ball for the time being, just dribbling Dappur around. Pretty good pop by Dappur though. That's going to give him some time to grab a couple of small boost pads. And with those pads, he was able to get a good 50-50. And then pick up 100. Lovely control by Dappur again. It's a cushioning touch to keep the ball back. Focusing still on that 50-50 game. And now he's got to look out. Ashllxyy's been deadly in the air, off walls, off ceilings. Dappur's not going again. He is able to guide the ball into the corner though. Therese is good but not a prodigy. People want top 4 players in top 4 teams to be prodigies. Why though? I mean, if you just look at like mentality and mechanics is really all you can, you know, look at. I think mechanically Drees is definitely like average or above average compared to the other top 4 teams. I mean, let's look at Envy. Drees is better mechanics than Turbo. Nobody's going to argue that. Missing Atomic, okay, maybe Missing Atomic have better mechanics, but not by much. I don't think it's a big gap. I think Drees is better. I think Drees is closer to Atomic and Mist mechanics than he is to Turbo. I think Turbo's way further away. So, you know, people saying that they want Drees to be more mechanical, I don't see why, because everybody seems quite happy with Turbo on Envy. Oh my goodness, what a save. How was Ashllxyy saved this? I bet Dappur's wondering the same thing. And he's actually a bit too early for the boost. He'll have to slow down, wait for it to spawn. I knew it was spawning. Good timing by Dappur there. Shots fired? It's not shots fired, it's just facts. Like, Turbo doesn't bring mechanics to a team. Well, he brings, like, capable mechanics. He brings capable mechanics and a massive amount of experience. And that's what he is able to, how he's able to thrive and how Envy are able to be such a good team. I think Turbo belongs on Envy. I'm not calling for somebody to bench that guy. Oh, what a finish by Dappur. Hey, Dappur's still got it, guys. These are some huge plays. He is absolutely on form here. This is awesome to see. I missed watching high-level Dappur 1v1. Lovely little controlling touch again in the corner. He's done a couple of these that have been super effective. Just buying him some time to grab a corner boost. Very impressive. Very impressive game from Dappur so far. Sorry, just taking a quick drink of water there. Dappur not going up for the air dribble bump save. I don't know what his thoughts on the air dribble bump meta are currently, but I think I remember watching a few Dappur streams when the air dribble bump meta was becoming popular, and he definitely did not like that. If I recall, he was not a fan of that, so it might just be something that he's not a fan of defending. Oh, great control by Ashllxyy. Dappur loses the 3-goal lead just like that. All started off with a air dribble bump. Dappur hates it. He does. Does he still? Does he still hate air dribble bumps? Because I remember Dappur, like, when I used to watch him play, he hated. Oh, when I saw him, you know, streaming right after that came popular, he hated them. And he didn't even like to do it. I mean, some players hate it, but they also do it because they know it's effective. I feel like Dappur is one of the players who hates it so much he won't even do it, even though he knows it's good. Now Ashllxyy's starting to get on a great roll. And I wonder, was there an element of tilt when Dappur got air dribble bumped? Oh, full credit to Ashllxyy though, he's done well here. And Dappur's gone! Oh no, oh man, this is such a painful loss. I mean, what were we at? 18 seconds left, 2-goal deficit. When was Dappur getting air dribble bumped? 40 seconds ago, I think. But yeah, right now, Dappur's just shadowing. No fake challenges. He sees Ashllxyy's going for an air dribble bump. So you've really got two options if you're going to try and save an air dribble bump. And, you know, one of them is to get up early, like just jump as early as you can to try and bait the other player to fly into you, and then you can dodge them. The other is to just wait for them to fly over you. That's what Dappur tries to do, but the ball's way too high. Like, waiting for the player to fly over you is good if there's a visible gap between the player and the ball, if they've accidentally left it behind them, or if the ball's quite low. But when it's this high, you don't really you've got no time to save it. It needs to be like halfway between Dappur and the ball here. So yeah, just no chance. But he didn't have a consistent problem with air dribble bump defense this game. So it's not like that was the reason he lost. That was just one air dribble bump going badly. And then Ashllxyy able to draw Dappur into an unfavorable challenge. I think right now the problem with Dappur on this play is that he missed that boost pad, and then he's also had that small boost pad stolen away from him. So right now he might have been able to do something if he had just 12 more boosts. Maybe he could just use, 20 boosts, turn around quickly, hit this ball away, but with 9 he just can't get that momentum built up through the turn. And then yeah, he's way off on that kickoff. You can see that the kickoff doesn't work out. I think he side flipped there. He meant to speed flip, but accidentally side flip, so he misses this boost, overcompensates. And now he's in trouble again, and Ashllxyy immediately punishes him with very nice control. Saw Dappur coming in for the near post challenge. Dappur trying to sneak a challenge, and here he's thinking, well, I'm just going to go. Maybe Ashllxyy won't see me coming, but Ashllxyy saw him coming. Really good play. And Ashllxyy able to get a really nice recovery on this kickoff. Look at this. His car actually spun almost 180 degrees. Actually, yeah, pretty close to 180 degrees after just single jumping into the ball. And he wave dashes in reverse to get back to it. That's sick. Sick by Ashllxyy. Nearly flicks it on target. That's enough for him to steal the boost away. I think Dappur might have been able to get to this boost though. Like right here. If he just like immediately flips, maybe he can get it. It's hard to say because Dappur actually has no boost, and Ashllxyy has a little bit of boost here to accelerate his flip. So sometimes if your opponent's flipping with boost as well, even if you flip, you can't get enough speed. But yeah, Dappur wanted to pick up that boost and then just drive, I suppose. But yeah, it wasn't fast enough. Probably should have flipped. What do we think here? Would he have made it? Yeah. It's close. It's close. I think Dappur probably should have flipped, and there's a good chance he gets this. Good chance he gets this boost. Yeah, he just didn't want to go for it. That put him in another weird position. So he didn't flip for the boost, but he still drove into the corner expecting to get it. So it's double whammy. Another kickoff win for Ashllxyy, sorry. Dappur kind of flipping to the right on all these kickoffs, so he definitely could have mixed it up a bit. And yeah, Ashllxyy just finds some space. No fake challenge from Dappur. Ashllxyy crushes him on a 50-50. That's a bit of a brutal one though for Dappur, because his 50-50s before this in the game were actually pretty good. His 50-50s this game were very nice, but in this one he was a bit greedy with it. He just tried to catch the ball and then probably thinking to dribble down the field if he can get a good bounce, but yeah, jumping was definitely a necessity because Ashllxyy's coming in higher. He's got the dunk and actually gets a goal out of this. If Dappur's like between the ball and the goal, I think he can justify not jumping here. But because he's side on, he definitely should be jumping. He'd need to be between the ball and the goal to justify not jumping. Even then, I think single jumping would make sense, and then wave dashing the landing. But yeah, small margins here. Dappur overall played a great game. It's really cool to see Dappur still putting up some great games against one of the best players in the world right now. I think Dappur's clearly still got it, but needs to, I think, get a slight bit more kickoff variety, which is similar to a lot of the top players right now. Kickoff variety is definitely something that a lot of players need to work on. And I think there was definitely a little bit of tilt at the end of this game after being the air dribble bump was attempted, with a kickoff setup not going as planned. But yeah, really cool to see. I love seeing Dappur play ones. I pretty much always will. Cardinal Snipes, thanks for the brand new Prime. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate the support. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, see if we can spot either of these guys. Moxie's just been chilling rank 1 all season. Beast in rank right now. Ashllxyy 13. Where's Dappur? He must be pretty high. Oh, there he is.